Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening from wherever you may be listening, whatever time it may be. My name is Ryan Dooley, and I'm your host for Let's Talk Football. This is going to be my first game preview for this college football playoff coming up that actually starts tonight with the game I'm going to be talking about first, which is the Alabama Crimson Tide heading on the road to Norman, Oklahoma to play the Sooners. In my opinion, I think this is the best game to watch. I will come out and say very early on, I am going to be biased in this. I am an Alabama fan, so I know this team probably the best I know any of these teams. So this will probably be the most in-depth analysis that I give of this first round. Obviously, this game is one of two that has already happened in the first round. The other one being Tulane and Ole Miss. This is the more intriguing of the two. Just a couple weeks ago, Oklahoma going to Tuscaloosa to beat Alabama 23-21. That was a great game, very back and forth the entire way, and Oklahoma able to go in and pull out the big win, which ends up making them ranked higher than Alabama in this college football playoff. Two big key players are back for Alabama. Running back Jam Miller and tight end Josh Cuevas, who have both missed the last couple weeks, will both be able to play tonight at Oklahoma. Both missed the SEC championship, and I think that's the big game to talk about here. Of Alabama all season looked incredible, looked like one of the best, top 10 best teams in the country against Georgia in that SEC championship. Just completely looked overmatched and lost. That was, as an Alabama fan, that was one of the worst games I've seen them play in a long time. I would say since the Florida State game in week one. So hopefully they can bounce back from that. I believe they will. I think that was a game that Georgia just came in and completely had the right game plan, and Alabama did not have enough answers, especially being shorthanded. Another big story: LT Overton, edge rusher for Alabama, will not play in this game. It's a big blow for the Crimson Tide. But they've been okay with generating pressure still without him, and that defense has played fine. A big question mark on offense is Ryan Williams. What kind of game are you going to get out of him? He has been so hit or miss this year. As I'll pull up some of the stats, he is not even the leading receiver. It's Jeremy Bernard. He has been great all year for them, but it's such a weird year for Ryan Williams. He was such a big playmaker last year. Took a big hit. I can't remember exactly what game it was. Took a big hit. Was in concussion protocol, and just seems like he hasn't been the same since. The hands are no longer there. A guy that looked like he caught just about every ball last year when he was playing his best football. Many drops this year. Had three drops alone in the Georgia game. It's just, it doesn't seem like it's the same player. He is not playing the same way that we've seen him play in the past. So he's a big storyline to watch in this game. Another big storyline to watch is the Oklahoma defense. This is going to be my key to the game. Can Alabama limit turnovers against this great defense and make this struggling offense led by John Mateer drive the length of the field to beat them and score points? In the first game, Alabama outgained Oklahoma 406 yards to 212. The issue with that was Alabama or excuse me, Oklahoma produced 17 points off of Alabama turnovers. This game ended 23-21, so 17 of their 23 points came off of Alabama being careless with the football. If Ty Simpson is able to make the right reads and keep the football in Alabama's hands, I believe Alabama will win this game. I'll get into my official prediction later on what I think the score will be and how this game will go. But I just, that is the key is Oklahoma's offense has been so up and down. John Mateer looked like a Heisman quarterback earlier on in the season. As the season has kind of gone on, he has gone. He hasn't seemed the same since he missed a couple games and had surgery for his injury. But that offense has been struggling. They've been carried by this defense all season. They were carried by this defense this past matchup against Alabama, and the question is just going to be, can Ty Simpson not give them the turnovers, or can Oklahoma force these turnovers? This place is going to be rocking. The president has canceled classes for Oklahoma, so they will be ready to go tonight. That place is going to be rowdy. Alabama obviously went to Oklahoma last year and got blown out on the road against a bad Oklahoma team. That game was 24-3, a 21-point loss to Oklahoma when Alabama was in the playoff hunt last year. This game has prime time written all over it. I was, as an Alabama fan, not happy to see that it got the Friday night time slot. I was hoping for a Saturday afternoon or Saturday morning game. The big marquee matchup here being Friday night. It kicks off tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern to kick off the college football playoff. A big storyline in this as well is John Mateer. Can he return to that form? Obviously, he's had a week off with not playing in the conference championship. Alabama did not get that, or excuse me, they've had 2 weeks off with the Army Navy game last Saturday and not playing the conference championship. Alabama did have to play in that conference championship game, so they have only gotten a week off, with last week being Army Navy. Blaylock's going to be another big key in this game. If he can get the ground game going for Oklahoma, it will open up passing lanes for John Mateer, and John Mateer also can get in the running game and open up passing lanes for himself. Jam Miller is a big story coming into this. Obviously, he is back, but Alabama has not been able to run the ball this year effectively. It has happened all season long. It has been their Achilles heel. It's one of the worst rushing Alabama teams I have seen in a long time. Getting Jam Miller back does help that offense, but this defense is so good anyway. I'm not sure having Jam Miller back will matter as much in the running game as it will in the passing game. A big problem they had against Georgia was not being able to protect and pick up blitzers because they were missing both their starting and backup running back, and were having to start a true freshman. Jam Miller is very good in pass protection and will be able to help Ty Simpson and this offensive line keep him clean and make throws downfield. Alabama has playmakers down the field. Isaiah Horton, the transfer out of Miami, Jeremy Bernard, and of course the before mentioned Ryan Williams will be the three wideouts for this game. Cuevas also being back. They've got weapons everywhere. The question is, can they keep the pressure off of Ty Simpson and give him the time to throw? Because if they can keep a clean pocket with him and let him read a defense and make his decision, he's one of the best in the country at that. It's when he gets under pressure and gets rushed that he will make mistakes and make bad throws. Very excited for this game. Going to be on edge. Might even live stream me watching this game. So if there's any interest in that, make sure to let me know. And I will happily do that. Alabama comes into Oklahoma favored, though. They are 1.5 point favorites, which I was very surprised to see given the fact it is at Oklahoma and they have already lost to them earlier in the year. I was very, very surprised to see that. But it's going to be a great game. It was the hardest game for me to pick because I was trying to take bias out of it as an Alabama fan and make my pick sorely just based on what the numbers say and what I believe. And I think the biggest number for me in this game is how much Alabama outgained Oklahoma, but gave up the 17 points off of turnovers. I know this defense from Oklahoma is incredible, and they can very well do that again. I think the yards margin in that last game just tells me a little more of the story. I've said it in a couple videos, and I'll say it again. I do have Alabama winning this game tonight. It is going to be a very close game. I don't see a blowout from either side. Um, a big key in this is, can Oklahoma come out fast? So if they start with the ball, they've got to go score. They cannot let Alabama. The same for Alabama. I believe whichever team comes out and starts hot is going to win this game, and because whoever can be in control with this defense from Oklahoma, if they can be in control of this game and just let their offense play in control and not having to chase points, this defense will do enough for them. Same for Alabama. If they're not having to force things against this defense, it'll be a little easier for them to move the ball. The issue will come if they dig themselves into a hole early and are having to go try to make big splash plays on this defense, because Oklahoma is so good at limiting those big time plays. With all that said, it comes down to turnovers. I think Alabama is safer with the football this time, and they come out of Norman with a win. I will take Alabama 23-17 in this game. I believe this game is very close the entire way. I believe right out of halftime, Alabama will come out and score, take the lead, and never give it back. But yeah, this game is going to be back and forth. Oklahoma, I could see having a drive at the end of the game to go tie it or possibly win it, but not able to come there. It comes up short. This offense is just, it's not, they are here for their defense, and the offense doesn't make the plays I think when they need to tonight. I believe that they get stopped by Alabama late, and Alabama is able to hold on to a 23-17 win. This is my first preview for the college football playoff. Alabama would be the first team to go on the road and win in this new format. But I believe they do it with Ty Simpson kind of bouncing back for how from how bad he has played recently and bouncing back to the guy that was leading the Heisman voting early on in the season. Yeah, that's my analysis for this game. Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below if you disagree or what you think the keys of the game will be. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more. I will do a preview for each of the other 3 first-round games and for every game this college football playoff bracket. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching this episode of Let's Talk Football. If you enjoyed what you heard today, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, comment down below with what you would like to see me talk about next. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more just like it, click on the video right now to see my last episode, and let's talk more football.